I'm feeling like it's time for a timeline reading. We are entering a very exciting part of the year. In a blink of an eye, you're going to barely have any free time. Your life's changing for the better. No matter how happy, how grateful, how much you're like, man, things are going really well, is something going to turn around? Look, life is a circle. But that doesn't mean that these pits always have to be like pits of despair. Sometimes it's just feeling stagnant or stuck, or these little wear or tear things that you repair, okay? You need to be told that you are registering that something's about to upgrade, like something's changing in your life, but your condition is to be prepared for that to be like something where survival has to come out, that it's not good. It's farthest from the truth. It's farthest from the truth. Whatever is happening to you in October is going to take patience, not giving a fuck what other people think, speaking your mind. And even though we say patience, also blending it with knowing when Spirit's sending you intuitive signs to just do something. You are going to be making a lot of decisions in October. These are confident and these are fun decisions. It's time to let that inner teenager out. So with that being said, what's happening for you in October? What timeline prediction? Well, this is definitely to do with love. Okay, this is a love reading. Yeah, there's somebody where they felt like they had to choose between real world and fantasy regarding your connection. Maybe this could even be somebody who feels very positive about you, but for some reason they push themselves away. You know, this could be somebody, well, right now you battle in your head about how they feel about you, because it does feel like you were left on red, or that the conversation dropped off out of nowhere. Like, you guys were consistent people in each other's life, and something within your energy just like knew, I can't cave. I can't try to reach out. I can't try to stop this flow. Something's happening. You know, Spirit needs this person to go through a lot more of their own demons and their own projections before they were ready to see fully what your connection is. There were split seconds where this person could completely throw away fear, and you were seeing that authentic self, but then like in a blink of an eye, it's like they would retreat. That they would put these defenses, these walls up, and you weren't sure why. And it's because throughout time, slowly but surely, you were breaking down those walls just by being yourself. This silence is not in vain. Let's get into this. I can't tell you how much financial stress is all throughout this reading. Somebody completely pulled themselves back from you, okay? Because they either didn't want you to know the financial struggles they are having, and they were like, it's better just to be quiet. Or they're embarrassed. They've told you what's going on. They don't want your help, though. Some people, it's very hard for them to receive help, even if they're the person that will instantly give the shirt off their back for somebody. In October, there's going to be planning coming together. There's going to be a fast change. There's going to be people who have to get used very quick to this new change, but it's for a bigger reason. Some of you, they're going to ask for help, finally. For some of you, this may be somebody moving into your home, or you making a new beginning together. For some of you here, it looks like the finance part is not an issue anymore. That whatever they need to do in their separation, whatever they need to do to continue their flow, They got their funk back with that, okay? This help feels more emotional, like being able to explore, feeling free, to be themselves truly with somebody for the first time. They're going to tell you it's hard, that they know how to be a good person, but they don't really know themselves. And they're tired of feeling like they have to do this journey alone, because they don't. You can find yourself with somebody. There's always parts of our work we do alone, but you can find yourself with somebody. And in fact, there's only so much of the journey you can do by yourself. Grief mindset when it came to trust and finances were two blockages that you have overcame. October shows strength. October shows making everything happen for a reason. October shows that also be ready for more than one person to try to reach out to you. It's going to be very obvious for you who this is that you're supposed to enter back into a union with, or start a union with, or start a whole new chapter of life together. Okay? It's going to be very obvious, but be prepared that there's going to be some karmics that are going to try to enter your life in October as well. And you are not going to be surprised, honestly, is what I'm hearing. Whatever people that you were thinking of when it comes to being like karmics, like exes or situationships, where for some reason they kind of just came to your mind really quick. You're like, oh yeah, that person, they left me on red, or we kind of fell off with that one. And for some reason, I don't know why, I've been thinking about them kind of recently, or seeing their name, or even as you were just hearing this message, they popped up into your mind. You're correct. Those are people who are going to try to reach out to you. Some it will be a big drastic way. Some will be the littlest thing, like by liking one of your Facebook photos and throwing, basically baiting, like seeing if anything will catch. You have the power to change your outside perspective from what you see within. All of this stuff that's happening in October had to happen in October and no sooner. Whatever you've gone through financially, emotionally, spiritually, this past year has been for everything. They need you to accept the timeline right now of having only soldiers by your side. Having only people that truly want to nurture and grow. To allow yourself to not be scared. To be free. To be yourself. To understand that true abundance, it can only come from finding the darkest parts of yourself. And we want to do that first, so you can enjoy the rest of this existence. I see October being a time for your inner teenager to just thrive as well. October is not a heart-wrenching month for you. And they really want me to say it that way, because it just seems like for a lot of the collectives in these past couple of months, it's felt like that energy. You're safe, you're protected. And there's one other person that is supposed to be part of this foundation. And you're finding your way together in October. My next retreat, my next adventure is in September of 2026. And that is a camping adventure to Utah. If you're somebody who would love to explore the wilderness with yours truly and other people part of your collective, you really should check out this trip. This is going to be the second hiking-based adventure I've ever done. The first one was in Colorado, and that was last year. It was phenomenal. Every single person that comes on the trip is going to receive a one-on-one personal reading with yours truly in the mountains. We do a tarot teachings workshop where I teach you all about how to understand tarot, and I give you a spiritual gift to take home as well. Just some of the activities we have in store with this trip is whitewater rafting, horseback riding, and then of course all of the trails we're going to be going and seeing. If you're interested in learning anything else about the trip, please go to the trip page and check it out. That is linked in my Instagram bio, on my Instagram stories, and on my website, offprintmint.com. And that is linked in all my social media platforms. If you are wanting to claim your spot, all you have to do is put a 25% down deposit on the total price of the trip to have it claimed. And then you have all of the way 10 months from now to pay off the remaining amount of the trip. Let's just give you an example. If you were to go ahead and put that down deposit for your trip, and then if you made a monthly payment every single month all the way until that cutoff point, that would be $278 a month that you're paying for this trip. Okay? Or if you're somebody that would rather pay for it all up front, you're allowed to do that. Either way, check out the trip and see if it calls to you. That's what I got for y'all today. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.